everyone, welcome to today's tutorial, and in this video I will be showing you how you can create this colorful vector owl. And it's easy to make, but it's a little time taking to make as well, so you need a lot of patience to make this as well. So let's dive right in. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'll be opening up a new document. So for this video, I will be using this custom size document, which is 1000 by 1000 pixels, and I will be renaming my document to be, I'll just type out vector owl and I'll click on create. Before we get this document, and right, okay. So the first thing I want to do is that I will be making sure that my smart guides options has been activated. Right over here in this views panel, you will see the smart guides option. So smart guides will actually be helping us quite a lot to make our owl shape right here. Owl. Right. So now I'll choose this line segment tool. And I do not require the fill. I let the stroke be black over here, and over here in the stroke weight I'll just increase it to 3 points. And as you can see, if I move my cursor, the smart guides automatically detects the mid section of my document. So I'm just going to come over here at the top, click on shift and bring my mouse down over here till the end. So by clicking on shift, it actually helps you to make your line make a straight line across. So we've divided this into 2 parts, right? So I'm just going to rename layer 1 to be guide, and I'm going to go ahead and lock my layer, and I'm going to create a new layer and rename layer 2 to be artwork. So like the reason why I'm doing this is because when I make my owl shape, I will be needing this guide, and I do not accidentally remove this guide or move it around or delete it by any chance. So I'm just going to let it be the way it is right now. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'll be creating the eye. So for that, I will be using the ellipse tool, and I will also bring the stroke weight back to 1 point. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Shift plus Alt like that to create one circle like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create copies, 3 more copies of this circle, but they will be bigger in size. Right, so I'll select this. I'll go to the object panel, go to path and click on offset path. So over here in the offset path box, it's saying that we have to provide a certain distance of this offset. So I'm going to let it be 10 points, 10 pixels. And if I click on preview, you can see that a bigger circle is formed like that. I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. And similarly, I will be using the same method to make 2 more copies. So this time I'll be selecting the bigger circle that we had just made. Go back to object, path, offset path, and click on OK. And for the one last time, just make sure that you are selecting the recent circle that you just created in order to make another bigger circle like that. Okay. So path, offset path, OK. So we've got this, and let's go ahead and also fill these up with colors as well. So let's see, yeah, this one is going to be black. So I'm just going to swap this like this. This one is going to be orange, and remove the stroke side by side. This one remains white, so I'm just going to fill this up with white. And also just remove the stroke and this one right here is gonna be light blue, but I'm just gonna change this to a lighter shade of blue like that, and also go ahead and then delete the stroke like that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'll let it be the way it is right now. Okay, so I'm going to select all these, right click, and I'm going to group them together like that. So what happens is once you group them together, and if I select any of the circles, all these circles then get selected, and I can just move it a little closer to my line, to this guideline right here. And now let's create this upper head portion as well. So I'm gonna zoom in like this. Okay, so now I'll be using the pen tool, and I will be changing the fill to be light blue for now. So I'll come over here to the center point, over here to the guide, and where it says the intersection, which is the middle portion, like this. And I'm just gonna use this guide to make my the headgear for like the head feathers of my owl, like this. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's supposed to be like this. Wait, okay. Wait, I'm gonna undo that. Wait. And just join it together like this. I'm going to adjust this a little bit by selecting the anchor point. See? Okay, I'm just going to select this and bring it over here like that. So minor adjustments might have to be made, so you see accordingly. Oops, okay. Probably round the edge off like that. Over here. Okay, so we've got this. And let's see what else I have to make. Yeah. And now for the other headgear, I'll make the other headgears later, but now I'll just make the main body of this. Wait. Oops. So to make that, I'll come over here. And now we're going to make the body. So what I'm going to do is that I'll be making a simpler version of my owl like that. So go to arrange and now send it to back like this. Okay. Once that's done, let's go ahead and also add the beak. This. I'll probably change the color to darker shade orange like this. Oh no, I'll actually add the beak later because that's literally the easiest to make. And let's make another headgear. Sorry, like the head feathers. It's okay if it's not coming out to be perfect because you just want to get a rough thing made like that. right click, I'll select arrange and send to back like that, and I'm just going to adjust this a little bit, and I'll probably make this rounded. It's not that round, yeah, like that. Okay, now for the feathers at the bottom as well, like these feathers right here. Okay, so as you can see, a lot of the times the pen tool is used because it comes pretty much in handy, like that. I'll make another one. Wait, come out too nice. Wait. I'm going to zoom in a little. And take this. So it's okay if it's not coming out to be perfect. That's fine. Probably I'll just add another one right here. Yeah, so I'm going to change the colors of these as well. Select this. And I'm going to send them to the back as well, like that. We send this one at the back as well, send to back. Okay, just like that. And for these ones as well. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to make another copy out of this by clicking on Alt and then dragging them down like that, and then just making them slightly more bigger and sending them back as well like this, and then I can just adjust them accordingly because it's a lot easier than to make new feathers now and then again just change the colors. This. Make this red probably. Okay, so we've got this, and I'll just change this one's color as well to darker shade of blue. Okay, and now for the wing. So again, I'll be using the pen tool and my fill is going to be dark blue. Using the pen tool and the fill is going to be dark blue as well. So I'm just going to make the shape like this. Okay, so it's fairly easy, but it takes a little practice though to get used to the pen tool. And another one like that, and just gonna close this one right here. So it's a rough thing, and I'm just going to adjust this. Like that. Round this off like this. Like that. And I'm going to send this back as well. So I'll right click on this, go to arrange and say send to back like that. Okay. So now that we've got this, I'm going to select, oops, wait. Okay, so I'm going to select all of these, right click on this, go to transform and click on reflect, And I'll be in the axis option, I'll be choosing this vertical option, vertical axis, and click on copy, and just place the copy right here at the middle as well. Okay, some slight changes have to be made like that. So if you zoom in, you can individually adjust them accordingly like this. And go ahead. Wait. This is gonna take a while, but it's important that we adjust these. Bring that over here. I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna select these two anchor points and bring it here like that. Okay. This and this. That. No, wait. Little to the right. Now coming down to the feathers over here, you can see that it's more or less the same. So I'm just going to select these two, go to align, no sorry, the pathfinder tool, and also unite them together like this. And also just bring this to the back. Wait, oops. Right, so it's like this. So you might have to just play around with this a little bit. Okay, wait. So this has to be aligned that. See, this comes forward and this comes also forward like that. Okay, so now that we've got all these, I can unlock this and also go ahead and then delete the guide like that. So you see that our owl is now taking into shape. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna also unite them together and bring this to front. Minor changes, okay, that. And now for the beak, so I'll be using the ellipse tool again, but I'll be changing the fill to be red for now. I'll go ahead, make one small circle like this. And let's see. Yeah, select this. So I'll select this point and click this one, this convert option, which says it converts selected anchor points into corners like that. And then I can just adjust this even more like this to get a petal shape and drag my beak right here in the middle like that. So there you go. We have made our vector owl. And now the only thing that is left to do is to save our file. So in order to do that, but before that, I just want to adjust this and make this a little bit more bigger so that it fits into my document like this. Okay, now I can go ahead and then save my file. So in order to do that, I'll be going to File and clicking on Save As. So by default, my file name is going to be the same as my document name, which was Vector Owl. And my save as type is going to be Adobe Illustrator. I highly recommend that we save our file in this format so that in case if I want to make any further changes, I can easily do that by accessing my AI file. And then I'll click on save and I'll click on OK as well. So there you go. So as you can see that right in front of our document name, this .ai comes in. So which means that it's now saved successfully as an AI file. So that's it. Now that we've come to the end of our tutorial, I hope you found this video to be useful. And with a little practice, you can also modify your owl a little bit more, play around with the colors, play around with the shapes as well, and make it as funky as you want. That's it. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.